Steve Dufferin's well tested too high for PFAS.
The frustrating part is waiting, because I think the waiting is more over dollars than it is over concern for people's health.
He's lived his entire life on French Island. As a father and cross-country coach, health is everything.
I would put clean drinking water way ahead of any financial concern.
He says there's too much debate and not enough action.
We didn't cause the problem. Right now I feel like I'm a little bit powerless because I don't know what I can do to help.
Former physician Dr. Beth Neary believes some politicians protect wealthy manufacturing companies. She says they're looking out for their interests by limiting regulations when it comes to products that could contaminate groundwater.
And at some point, you have to say what comes first. And I think health comes first.
Dr. Neary says she brings the battle to the Capitol to fight the idea that PFAS is political, when really it's just about safe, clean drinking water.
My view is the health view. And when it comes to water and air, there's no politics there.
She believes there's enough proof to say PFAS can cause serious health issues, including cancer.
We do have solid science that says that PFAS is linked to health issues. The issue of cause and effect is very difficult to prove. And if we waited until we could absolutely prove it, then there's going to be another generation that's affected by this.
But what happens when there's proof that PFAS is everywhere?
This stuff has been in our environment for decades. So if you're cooking a meal in a nonstick frying pan, there's PFAS in that. If you're walking on new carpet, there's PFAS in that. I just want to make sure that we are in a complete understanding that this is not an isolated thing that is just about airports and about groundwater supplies in the town of French Island. This is about chemicals that manufacturers deliver to us without the necessary warnings.
The Minnesota state budget allocated more than $15 million for cleaning up contaminated areas and trying to prevent possible pollution. The only thing passed in Wisconsin's most recent state budget was $1 million, and that's to collect and dispose firefighting foam.
We're seeing states individually take the lead because things on the national level take a long time. They get caught up in committees. So that's why you're seeing states like Michigan and Minnesota, states that border us, setting new PFAS standards.
And at the end of the day, people like Dufferin don't think they're asking too much.
I know I've started to make spaghetti and I just go to the tap instinctively and start to fill a pan with water and then realize, oh no, I shouldn't do that.
And as a coach, he worries about his athletes.
You just get kind of a sinking feeling like, oh, have I been doing more harm than good? And of course, unwittingly. And then what do you say to people now? You don't want people to become paranoid about it, but at the same time, you want them to be double checking to make sure they've got a good source of water.
Dr. Neary says if everyone speaks up, there could be a faster, permanent fix.
So that's what I want people to do, is become aware and then realize that they have power to tell their politicians, you need to do this. This is clean drinking water. This is our health.
And Dufferin has. He's spoken with Congressman Ron Kind, who's pushing his PFAS action plan of 2021.
My biggest hope is that we'll get all the local governments to agree and sort of hold hands with the state and the feds to bring us drinking water that we can all trust.
Until then, people living with PFAS say they'll continue to play it safe while waiting for clean water. Dufferin thinks the best solution is a municipal well that gets monitored and tested regularly.
All right, thank you, Marcus. As of August 3rd, a La Crosse attorney has filed suit on behalf of 48 households against 3M and DuPont manufacturing companies for selling the firefighting foam.